So Katy Perry just learned that even a rocket can't save a crashing career. You'd think that flying to space would be the ultimate flex, but in 2025 it somehow turned into Katy Perry's most expensive L yet. She hopped on Jeff Bezos' billionaire rocket, tried to rebrand herself as Space Goddess, and instead got absolutely torched not only by Joe Rogan, but turned into a meme by the internet, and then watched her tour ticket sales nosedive like her last album. Brutal. But here's the thing, this wasn't a one-time stumble. This was the cherry on top of a career that's been spiraling harder than that Blue Origin rocket. And Joe Rogan, he didn't just comment on it, he lit the fuse. So, although the rocket went up, how did this nosedive even begin? Because there was a time when Katy Perry ruled the charts. Firework, Teenage Dream, California Girls, she dressed like a cupcake and everyone ate it up. She wasn't just a pop star, she was the moment. Now she's barely the intermission. Her latest album, 143, dropped like a phone down an elevator shaft. No hits, no hype, no hope. Critics gave it a polite golf clap, fans ghosted her like a bad Tinder date, and the general public just didn't care. It was supposed to be her comeback. Instead, it was a confirmation the magic's gone. But that didn't stop Katy. Oh no. She launched the Lifetimes tour to promote the album, and it's been anything but a lifetime achievement. Entire arenas are looking like ghost towns. Ticketmaster maps are a sea of blue dots, aka unsold seats. You could get in for less than the price of a fast food combo meal, and even then people still said, nah, I'm good. So what do you do when your music flops and your tour is tanking? Apparently go to space. In April 2025, Katy Perry joined Blue Origin's all-female suborbital mission. A PR stunt so obviously manufactured it made reality TV look authentic. I mean, the flight only lasted around 10 minutes.
How are you?
I'm much better now that the ladies are back from space.
Thank you for having me. What were they up there, 10 minutes?
So yeah, it was shorter than a Chick-fil-A drive-thru on a Sunday. And then Katy brought a daisy flower with her to honor her daughter Daisy. Cute, I guess. She kissed the earth when she landed, called the flight second only to motherhood, and declared the mission life-changing. Girl, it was a space Uber. She didn't pilot the ship, she didn't do experiments, she didn't float majestically through space while whispering philosophical truths. She squealed at a camera, took selfies, and used the ride to promote her upcoming tour, like an intergalactic influencer campaign.
But the training, it all comes down to literally they learned how to buckle their seatbelts.
So yeah, unfortunately for her, the internet wasn't having it. Even Joe Rogan, the podcasting juggernaut with a microphone, a massive audience, and zero filter.
You dumb motherfucker.
On episode like 3000 of the Joe Rogan Experience, he and comedian Tim Dillon absolutely roasted Katy Perry. And not lightly toasted, we're talking scorched earth comedy.
Look at her. Shout out Daisy.
Rogan mocked her for acting like a 10-minute elevator ride to the edge of space, turned her into some cosmic shaman.
I don't know if you've seen Katy Perry talk about it, but she's basically a guru now.
He mimicked her tone with a sarcastic,
They're profoundly different now.
To show people what's inspiring.
He dragged her spiritual talk, her dramatic landing, and even her nails.
Wow.
Look at her nails. So pretty.
But the kill shot was how the whole thing came off like a glorified photo op. And once that vibe hit, the internet snapped. Memes, clips, hot takes, basically Katy might have been floating in zero gravity, but her career wasn't. It was in freefall.
Let's see how high did they go up there. 62 miles.
Kilometers.
Okay, 62 miles ain't shit, dude. I drive that in an hour.
Now, Joe didn't just criticize her, he packed her entire downfall into a single viral roast session, and millions of people couldn't stop watching. So once Rogan tossed her into the digital volcano, the internet brought marshmallows. Reddit threads lit up, TikTok edits turned her space footage into comedy skits, Twitter users dragged her so hard it left skid marks. Even Wendy's, the fast food brand, jumped in and tweeted, "Send her back." When a burger chain is roasting your rocket trip, it's not just PR damage, it's a PR funeral. It wasn't just Joe Rogan, other celebrities joined in too. Emily Ratajkowski and Olivia Munn mocked the environmental impact. Martha Stewart flexed her own zero gravity video and basically said, "This is how you float, darling," and Megyn Kelly just couldn't stop roasting her.
You are there on a vanity project of Jeff Bezos and his fiancée.
So, just like that, Katy Perry went from female empowerment pioneer to cringe astronaut Barbie. So, if she thought the space stunt might boost her tour, she would be horribly wrong. Ticket sales went from slow to dead. Entire cities are still showing wide open seat maps. 2 shows in Mexico got cancelled, officially because of construction delays, but let's be real, even concrete didn't want to support this. Fans who did show up posted videos of her dressed in spacesuits doing awkward choreography that felt like a rejected High School Musical. Critics called it confused cringe and a midlife crisis on stage. People compared her to Taylor Swift and said Katy's trying to reheat old tour leftovers with expired cheese, which seems like it just gave everyone food poisoning. But wait, it gets worse, because let's not forget that Katy's been collecting public flops like their Pokemon. On American Idol, she's been branded a bully. One contestant accused her of mom shaming, she got booed for glitter comments, fans launched petitions to get her removed, so it's gone from quirky judge to who keeps inviting her back. And let's not forget her legal saga. In 2019, she lost a plagiarism lawsuit over Dark Horse. The verdict was eventually overturned, but the internet doesn't read appeals. It remembers headlines. She also tried to buy a convent, got into legal battle with nuns, and one literally died in court after pleading, "Katy Perry, please stop." Not metaphorical, real nuns, real courtroom, real death. That's not bad PR, that's straight out of a Final Destination script. She was also accused of inappropriately exposing a male model's genitals at a party. Now, no charges were filed, but again, more bad press. She also endorsed Rick Caruso, a billionaire ex-Republican running for LA mayor. Then she tweeted about women's rights post Roe vs. Wade and got slammed for being fake woke. Like, at this point, who's running her PR? A magic 8-ball? Because here's the thing. Joe Rogan didn't create Katy Perry's downfall, he just highlighted it with a platform that reaches millions. He said out loud what fans, haters, and even casual observers have been thinking for years. She's lost the spark. The attempt to turn a billionaire-funded selfie ride into a heroic milestone felt desperate. And when someone like Joe Rogan mocks you, it lands hard. Because his audience is massive, loyal, and not exactly Katy Perry's target demo. But more importantly, he made her a joke, and once you become a joke, it's hard to turn that ship around. Especially if the ship is shaped like Jeff Bezos' midlife crisis.
That's a penis.
But let's also not sugarcoat it. Katy Perry isn't done. She's rich, she's famous, she could disappear tomorrow and still live better than all of us combined. But fame isn't just about money, it's about momentum, relevance, and being wanted. Whereas right now, Katy feels like a relic. Her brand, once quirky and empowering, now feels tone deaf and try hard. Kind of like a walk-in museum exhibition of 2010's pop stars who couldn't adapt. It's not one mistake that wrecked her, it's the pattern, flop after flop, cringe after cringe, wrapped in a glitter spacesuit no one asked for. So yeah, Katy Perry went to space, but she couldn't escape Joe Rogan's roast. She tried to rebrand, reboot, and reignite her career, but instead she got memed and mocked. But let me know in the comments what you think. Was Rogan too harsh or just hilariously accurate? Is Katy due for a comeback or is this her final orbit? So until next time, just remember, if you're gonna launch yourself into space for attention, at least make sure your career isn't crashing down back to Earth. Peace.